Good morning, wrestling fans. Today is Friday, April 26th, 2024. Lance Brock here. Hope everyone is having a fantastic Friday morning, wherever you may be in the world. And we got 2 drafts this weekend. One for the NFL, and the other one, much more important, the WWE draft, night 1 of it, starting tonight with WWE Friday Night SmackDown on Fox, 8 p.m. Eastern, and then we'll continue on Monday Night Raw this Monday on USA. 2 nights, as it has been for, I'd say, probably since SmackDown has been on Fox. And then, of course, next year's is going to be definitely different, with SmackDown airing on USA at this time and Raw streaming exclusively on Netflix. But that is next year, and this year starts tonight, I should say, and then concludes this Monday. But I have to admit, since the NFL draft is here in my home state of Michigan this weekend, if they allow media in there, I would like to get in there and somehow be able to interview Tony Khan, and that would be the only reason I would like to go to the NFL draft. But then the only bad thing is I would probably have to make up a few football questions to ask him. But of course I would just want to interview him at the NFL draft and then talk AEW the whole time. But like I said, that's not going to happen anyway. But would definitely be great if I could somehow interview Tony Khan. If TK or anybody from AEW are listening right now, feel free to come on 360 Wrestling Fanatic for an interview. That would be great. But without any further ado, let's get into tonight for night 1 of the 2024 WWE Draft, which will be live from the Heritage Bake Center in Cincinnati, Ohio. And tonight there will be 16 draft picks made, which some of the talent pool that is eligible, I guess: Randy Orton, Braun Breaker, Bianca Belair, Seth freaking Rollins, LA Knight, Sheamus, and Jey Uso. And apparently the Bloodline counts as one pick. So you can just make one pick and pick a whole faction. I know they've done that before with tag teams, where you could just draft both members of the tag team. But I don't remember them ever actually doing that with a whole faction before. Also, we have a contract signing tonight with the undisputed WWE Universal Champion, the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes, and the phenomenal AJ Styles. will sign the contract for their match coming up at Backlash France Premium Live event on May 4th. And as of right now, that is all we have that has been advertised for tonight's SmackDown. Once again, 8 p.m. Eastern, live on Fox. And then the draft will conclude this Monday night on Raw. Will definitely be interesting to see. We already know that some NXT stars will be eligible for the draft, which we could possibly see Ilya Dragunov now that he has dropped the NXT championship. We could see him make his way up to the main roster. We just have to wait and see. Speaking of NXT news, some news I haven't had a chance to talk about yet, but another release from WWE, and that is Cameron Grimes, the former Trevor Lee. I recommend checking out an interview that he did with Busted Open, Dave LaGreca, and Tommy Dreamer. Good interview there. Check that out. Really discussed his time in NXT, and definitely worth checking out. And in July, I don't remember the date exactly, but I know it's in July when his no-compete clause is up. So where to expect him next? Could we see him return to TNA? Could we see him in AEW possibly? He did mention that he has always wanted to work in Japan, so maybe a New Japan run could be possible. You never know. Very talented worker, though. And that is all for this Friday morning episode of Good Morning Wrestling Fans. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Remember, tonight we have the 2024 WWE Draft. Also, go in the comments section. And even though I didn't do a podcast about the shows, leave your thoughts and your opinions on last night's TNA Impact and Ring of Honor on Honor Club. Hope you all have a great rest of your Friday, and will join me back here tomorrow morning for the Saturday episode of Good Morning Wrestling Fans. But until then, I am Lance, and wrong podcast there. Have a great pro wrestling day.